And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Get down to Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. Or go to the app. They will deliver right to your front door, pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop. Get yourself some of that Galactic goodness. Aaron. I'm not in a good place tonight.
So I hear.
Volleyball tonight. They lost a close one. Battled. Played much better than they did last night when I wanted to gouge my eyes out watching them play. But that was okay. They played well. They just played a team that was about on an equal level on the road, and they lost 2 close sets. So that's not bad. And then we went and got dinner, and the place we got dinner was like a deli and a bakery. And they closed at 8. We got there at 7:45. And as we were waiting on our sandwiches, one of the nice young ladies said, "Hey, we have to throw all of these donuts away. Would you like them for free?" And we said, "Okay, how many?" And she said, "All of them." So I got a giant box of donuts for free, and my dad got a giant box of donuts for free. And this other nice gentleman that was there on his motorcycle got a smaller box of donuts for free because he was on a motorcycle, and it probably would have been pretty tough to get a giant box of donuts back to your house. And then we were getting ready to leave, and basically we agreed that we would meet there again tomorrow night at 7:45 for free donuts. And I had a nice drive home, had a good talk. The day was looking pretty good. And then the plan was to come home. And this is like Saturday wasn't great football. There wasn't much good football on. I don't know if there's much good football on tonight.
Well, you did have Central Florida losing their lights tonight. That was a thing that happened.
Yeah. Poverty program. I'm on one. So I come home, and my TV in my office is just almost generally like on ESPN. So I turned it on, and I found out that I no longer have ESPN at my house, which is pretty much the only reason I have a TV, is so that I can watch live sporting events. I don't watch shows. I don't watch movies. I watch live sports. And Spectrum decided tonight at 8 o'clock at kickoff of the Utah-Florida game was when they were going to announce that there was a dispute between them and ESPN, and that ESPN was now pulled from the Spectrum family of network or cable service. I paid $250 a month for internet and cable. 50 of that is internet. I paid $200 a month to watch ESPN, and I couldn't even fucking watch ESPN when I got home tonight.
Do you want to hear the statement that Disney's put out?
Fine.
I have it. We've been in ongoing negotiations with Charter Communications for some time and have not yet agreed to a new market-based agreement. As a result, their Spectrum TV subscribers no longer have access to our unrivaled portfolio of live sporting events and news coverage, plus kids, family, and general entertainment programming from the ABC-owned television stations, the ESPN networks, the Disney-branded channels, Freeform, the FX networks, and the National Geographic channels. Disney Entertainment has successful deals in place with pay TV providers of all types and sizes across the country, and the rates and terms we are seeking in this renewal are driven by the marketplace. We're committed to reaching a mutually agreed upon resolution with Charter, and we urge them to work with us to minimize the disruption to their customers. Here's the biggest fuck all to all of this mess, Chad. It doesn't matter that you pay cable, and it's completely different, even if you pay for ESPN Plus,
right,
Disney Plus, and Hulu Plus.
I have Spectrum internet, so I am not able to access any of those things.
Which is bananas to me, that despite you paying them for ESPN Plus, and also, by the way, you paying your cable provider for the sports package that currently is not providing sports. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I'm a simple man, Aaron. Simple man.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Very simple. Very simple. I might be angry sometimes, but I'm very simple. I just want the things that I want. I want to be able to watch live sports on my television. And if not, I want to be able to watch it right here on this computer that I bring you all of the wonderful content for the Bearcat Journal Network. And right now, I can't do that.
Well, and obviously, the quick knee-jerk reaction would be, hey, I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to Hulu. And the problem there is, A, cable TV happens a couple seconds. We've watched at the same time when you've been watching cable, I've been watching on my phone, and it's
I don't care about that. Like
that's one thing. It is one thing that's different, especially if you're a live better. I bet, but not. I stay away from the in-game live betting for the most part. I will say that.
It's also like 10 seconds. Like tops 15. Like
in any case, the biggest issue is the fact that you work radio. I do a show with George,
right.
And we need to be able to watch things like, I don't know, baseball, who has bitched and moaned about how they don't have fans for years and years and years, yet they make their product more difficult to watch than any other sport in all of the land. What do we do? Like, even if I live in the viewing areas, yourself, Cincinnati, I don't know if Athens does or not, but if you pay $150,
you might be outside. You might be lucky enough to be outside. Maybe.
No, because I can get cable here and I can watch the Reds game here, so I'm in market. So it wouldn't count here. But if you pay $150 or whatever the exorbitant price is for the entire season, I think it's actually higher than that. It might be like $300 for the whole season of baseball, paying $2 a game or whatever the hell at this point. You still can't watch on your app on any device if you are in the viewing market. You cannot watch the one game that you want to watch, which is the Reds in this market, because you can get it on your cable. And so they don't allow you to watch it on the app, because why wouldn't we do that? The hell are we doing here?
Essentially, I need cable for the Reds at $200 a month. And then I need YouTube TV or whatever for ESPN, which is probably also going to run me $150 a month. I'm a single parent, Aaron.
Yep. Where's the a la carte menu?
That's all I want. I want to just be that's what we were promised, right? We were promised.
Now you have to pay. Now you have to pay for cable, and you have to pay for 17 streaming services plus your internet. Which, by the way, to run all the TV streaming at the same time, plus phones and tablets and PlayStations and Xboxes and Switches,
and live broadcast, enough bandwidth to broadcast live.
You have to pay for more. You have to pay for more internet. What are we doing?
Thank God I got 3 fucking donuts tonight. I might eat all of them. I might eat the whole box.
I'm sad because I eat, and I eat because I'm sad.
I just want to watch football. Now I'm stuck watching UCF. I hate them.
Well, at least you're watching a conference game, which is a blowout. Last I saw was 28-3.
Yeah, they're beating the shit out of Akron. It's not fun. I don't like watching UCF have success.
Yeah.
The thing with Spectrum is like, miss me with the whole, we are trying to do right by our customers by negotiating a fair deal. You're price gouging me every fucking month.
Well, and I guarantee you that regardless of what happens because they're going to settle at some point to an agreed upon
probably
number.
By morning if they have a brain.
So they'll raise prices on everybody.
Of course.
But you know who's still going to be sitting pretty? The people at the upper end of Spectrum who are still going to be flying private jets and all of that, laughing all the way to the bank because they still have, I guarantee you right now, they're still watching ESPN at this moment in time.
Sure, of course they are. They probably have DirecTV at their house.
Or YouTube.
Or YouTube, Hulu, whatever. Hulu Live.
Yep.
I want to throw my remote control at this stupid cable box. I want to just call them and tell them you're out. And if you want your shit, come get it. I'm not paying you another dime.
Thanks, baseball.
I'm so mad. So mad. Like, what kind of asshole, what reaction do you think you're going to get from the American public that has been waiting 6 months for live, like, since college basketball ended? Like, we've been waiting for the start of college football season. And on opening night, 1 second into opening night, Spectrum and ESPN pull this bullshit.
They should have broadcast that, the multicolored Technicolor lines with the sound.
Well, it's funny because if they had a fucking brain, they would have done this at like 8 o'clock this morning. So everybody would have been mad at 8 o'clock this morning, but by 8 o'clock tonight, everybody would have understood that they were going home to no ESPN on their Spectrum.
Yeah, even the West Coast, they're off work.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock. Now, they're stuck in traffic for another 2 hours, but they're still off work. What are you going to do?
Talk about something else that's going to make me mad.
All right. Well, I know one of your favorite coaches is John Calipari.
What a clown.
Our boy Myron Metcalf, who helped get us through the summer with his articles on ESPN.com. We should send him a thank you bouquet of flowers.
You know what kind of a hate-filled mood I'm in? UC plays Eastern Kentucky this weekend. I got my home field apparel Western Kentucky shirt on.
The Hilltoppers, gotta love it. But John Calipari, this article by Myron Metcalf, Kentucky's John Calipari calls transfer portal same as one and done.
Who was the biggest cult proponent of one and done?
Weird, right? Weird.
Who changed the entire fucking sport because of one and done?
Kentucky. I'll take who is Kentucky for 500, Alex.
What was his solution, Aaron?
Well,
this is my favorite part.
He said that with the growth of the transfer portal in recent years, a similar trend is happening again to the one and done. It's one and done too, Calipari, appearing on SportsCenter, said Tuesday of the portal. Everybody was mad about a young player coming in and only staying 1 year. Well, now we're doing it with older players. It's the same as one and done. He goes on to mention...
Actually, the smart coaches are going and getting 2 and 3 year players in the transfer portal.
He goes on to mention that, well, we'll get to that, but goes on to mention that some coaches are holding extra scholarships just in case a transfer that they have had their eye on might be available. So you have a bunch of high schoolers, and we do have an answer on that, that don't end up with scholarships. According to the NCAA, of the 1,385 Division I men's basketball players on scholarship who entered the portal last year, 262 of them were left without a scholarship at a new school. Now, of course, once the COVID rules are gone and COVID years are not a thing anymore, I don't think you'll run into quite the same problem.
No, there's just an influx of guys that have an extra year that shouldn't have an extra year.
Right.
But guess what? We had a worldwide pandemic, and the NCAA didn't want to punish kids that had their lives and careers impacted by said worldwide pandemic. Good on them.
Now, Calipari's solution is to allow players to transfer only once without penalty and play only 4 years in a 5-year window.
That's also the rule. Those are the rules.
Unless you get waivers. And then you end up being
32
years old and playing for Memphis in your 15th collegiate season.
Of course, but you also missed like 4 seasons due to injury. Like that, those waivers have always been in place for a long time, for that reason.
Well, and of course, every time that comes up, I still get mad about the bionic arm, Ben Mock not being granted his.
That was Wake Forest's fault because Wake Forest didn't properly document the severity of him almost losing an arm.
The bionic arm.
But like guys like Garrett Campbell have taken advantage of this. Like we've seen it here, where if a guy misses multiple years because of injury, he should get those years back.
Malik Vann is on his 14th season at Cincinnati now.
Yeah, he played for Butch Jones. Came in right after Brian Kelly left.
Friend of the network.
Friend of the network. It's my guy. He's also 32 years old.
And if he gets this
32 years old.
If he gets wind of this joke, he's gonna punch me square in the face, and that's fine.
Yeah, he'll punch me because
you're on the sidelines and I'm up in the box.
He's also comfortable punching me because we've known each other for 20 years now, for two decades. I've known Malik almost as long as I knew Kelly. So I had to make myself laugh. I'm sorry, that was dark.
That was good.
I had to make myself laugh.
So if it was coming from anybody
else,
our
wedding, I think.
Drinking legally.
Right.
If you
Well played, sir. Well played, sir.
If it was coming from anybody else, though, this would be way easier to take seriously. But it's coming from John Calipari.
His solution, his grand solution, is for the rules to be the rules. Well done, sir.
That would be the first time he actually. That would be the first time he actually ever followed them.
Right. That's how little John Calipari knows about the fucking rules.
What rules?
His solution. I've come up with something that nobody's ever thought of. If you transfer more than once, you should have to sit out, and you should only have 5 years to play for. Great job, John.
Now,
that's a guy that's never even glanced at a rule book in his life.
So hypothetically, if you redshirt your first year,
yeah,
a la Sage, and then you transferred, and then you transfer because you don't have to sit out the first transfer, right?
Yeah.
And then you transfer again,
and you have to sit out.
You would run into a situation where you're not getting 4 years. That red shirt doesn't count as a red shirt anymore, right?
That's already the rules.
Well,
that's already the rules. Those are already the rules. I don't understand what he's getting at. Like they should just go to all the kids that they told they had an extra year because of COVID and be like, sorry, we changed our mind. We're going back to the original rules.
And he even brings up one of his direct quotes is about 26 and 27-year-olds playing and how you almost have two different generations of players at this point.
That's because for 10 years he only coached 18-year-olds.
And he's not been having success recently. I think he's clearly lashing out in all directions, just spiraling.
Yeah.
Because has he made it out of the first round or the first weekend?
It's been a while.
Since what, like Anthony Davis?
I mean, they've had a couple decent runs since, but they haven't been to a Final Four since was that 15 when they were undefeated and lost to Wisconsin in the semifinals? They haven't really done shit since then.
The whole situation I thought was hilarious.
Oh, it's great. Epic. His solution is the rules that he doesn't know are rules because he's never paid attention to the goddamn rules. That's the nightcap. See you Saturday at Nipper Stadium. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken.
Fuck you, Spectrum.
RadioRockBearcatJournal.com.